Microsoft Visual Basic vs Sybase PowerBuilder. 1. Historical context and origins. Microsoft Visual Basic 4.0, August 1995. Visual Basic originally debuted in 1991 as a visual rapid application development tool combining Quick BASIC with the Tripod UI shell. Versions 1.3 evolved through Windows-centric development, with VB3, summer 1993, introducing the JET database engine and OLE automation capabilities. Wikipedia. JonesSmiley.com. In August 1995, Microsoft released Visual Basic 4.0, manufactured as a pivotal version supporting both 16-bit and 32-bit Windows targets, signaling the transition to Windows 95/NT and marking a major shift in Windows development. Wikibooks. Wikipedia Encyclopedia. PubSocket 3. Sybase PowerBuilder 1.x, mid-1990s. PowerBuilder originated at PowerSoft, formed from CSI, and first appeared as PowerBuilder 1.0 in July 1991, embedding its hallmark data window and PowerScript features. Wikipedia. JonesSmiley.com. Sybase acquired PowerSoft in a stock transaction announced November 1994, completed February 1995. Thus by 1995, PowerBuilder was fully within the Sybase product family. Wikipedia. Thus, by 1995, VB 4.0 represented a mature, widely adopted mainstream RAD offering tightly aligned with the Windows ecosystem, while PowerBuilder was establishing itself as a powerful, client/server-oriented development environment with strong database integration and multi-DBMS deployment capability. 2 editions, licensing and target audiences. Visual Basic 4.0 editions. VB 4.0 came in 3 tiers, Standard, Professional, and Enterprise. Socket 3 IT Pro. Today. Standard Edition, aimed at hobbyists and entry-level users, it provided local database access, JET, and only offered a 32-bit variant, basic form design but limited enterprise capability. Professional Edition included additional features such as ODBC support for server-based databases, the Office Developers Kit, and tools like Crystal Reports, supported creating OLE automation servers, OCX, and compiled both 16-bit and 32-bit applications. Enterprise Edition targeted team development for client/server and distributed applications, adding remote OLE automation, remote data objects, RDO, for ODBC-based data access, a profiler, and integrated Visual Source Safe for version control. Text helps.github.io. Pro. Today +1. PowerBuilder. By mid-1995, PowerBuilder offered a unified client/server RAD platform centered around the data window, which abstracted data access and presentation across DBMSs, plus PowerScript, an object-oriented scripting language. Licensing was per developer, typical of commercial enterprise tools, with strong appeal to database-driven business developers. There weren't consumer or hobbyist tiers. PowerBuilder was mainly aimed at enterprise IT teams and professional developers. Microsoftwareresearch.neocities.org. Wikipedia. Summary comparison, editions. Tool editions, 1995, target audience. VB 4.0 standard/professional/enterprise from beginners/hobbyists to enterprise teams. PowerBuilder single commercial offering professional, enterprise-level developers. 3 Development paradigm and user interface. Visual Basic 4.0. VB 4.0 retained its iconic drag-and-drop form designer with property grid editing, event-driven programming, and rapid prototyping. It was notable for introducing OCX, OLE control extensions, replacing VBX controls, aligning with OLE 2.0/com for reusable UI components. Wikipedia Socket 3. A dual architecture, 16-bit and 32-bit versions, easing transition to Windows 95/NT Socket 3. Wikipedia. Context menus under UI mirroring Windows 95 aesthetics, i.e. 3D controls, flat color toolbars, tabs. Socket 3. PowerBuilder. PowerBuilder's IDE was also visual and object-oriented, but geared strongly towards database application design. Its standout feature, the data window, allowed point-and-click construction of data-aware forms, grids, reports, charts, etc., with the ability to bind to different DBMSs without rewriting code. Microsoftwareresearch.neoscites.org. The IDE also supported control alignment, multi-select property editing, and rapid layout editing, more flexible than VBs in those days. Form designer. Microsoftwareresearch.neoscites.org. Summary, UI features. VB 4.0, familiar VB style drag and drop, event scripting, OCX support, dual 16/32-bit, VB style RAD. PowerBuilder, data-centric visual design via data window, powerful layout tools, seamless DB integration. For language, object orientation and architecture. Visual Basic 4.0. VB 4.0 introduced class modules and rudimentary object orientation. Developers could define classes, create OLE automation servers or in-process DLLs, and generate reusable components. Microsoft Learn. Wikibooks. Wikipedia. It also introduced remote data objects, RDO, for client/server data access over ODBC, and remote automation for networked OLE/com interaction. texthelps.github.io. Microsoft Learn It Pro today. The language itself remained basic, like with interpreted P code, typical, though later versions could compile to native code, but VB 4.0 still largely used P code. Wikibooks. PowerBuilder. PowerBuilder used PowerScript, a proprietary language with object-oriented capabilities tailored to rapid client/server development. PowerScript tightly integrated with the data window architecture, and because the IDE compiled to native code, via Whatcom C++ under the hood, applications had good runtime performance. Microsoftwareresearch.neoscites.org. Wikipedia. The architecture separated UI from data logic elegantly and supported multi-tier deployments. Summary, language/OOP. VB 4.0, basic derived, introduced classes /OLE, still P code, moderate client/server support via RDO/RPC. PowerBuilder, PowerScript, strong OOP, native code via Whatcom C++, deep integration with data window and DBMS. 5 Data access and client/server capabilities. Visual Basic 4.0. VB 3.0 focused on local jet/access data via DAO, which wasn't efficient for client/server ODBC scenarios. IT Pro today. VB 4.0 improved this with RDO, remote data objects, for better ODBC performance and enterprise data access. Microsoft Learn It Pro today. Enterprise Edition's remote automation and source control tools aided larger-scale deployments. texthelps.github.io. Pro today. PowerBuilder. PowerBuilder's data window was arguably ahead. It allowed seamless database CRUD and display, reporting and UI generation across DBMSs. Developers could target multiple databases by modifying connection definitions, not rewriting UI logic. Microsoftwareresearch.neoscites.org. Combined with native performance and multi-tier readiness, PowerBuilder was seen as more efficient for serious client/server apps at the time. Summary: data/client server. VB 4.0, improved over VB 3 with RDO, but still clunkier, particularly pre-Enterprise edition. PowerBuilder, data window provided superior, flexible, and DB-agnostic data handling. 6 Performance and runtime characteristics. Visual Basic 4.0. VB 4.0 was typically compiled into P code, interpreted at runtime by the VB runtime, making it slower than native compiled applications. Its strength was ease of development rather than speed. Wikibooks. PowerBuilder. PowerBuilder compiled to native code, leveraging Whatcom C++, making executables faster and more efficient. Combined with optimized data window operations, data window-based apps often outperformed equivalent VB applications, especially when handling large datasets. Microsoftwareresearch.neocities.org. 7 Team development, version control, and enterprise features. Visual Basic 4.0 Enterprise. This edition added Visual Source Safe integration for version control, a built-in profiler, plus tools for remote OLE, 3-tier development support, and other enterprise-class capabilities. techshelps.github.io/pro today. This made VB 4.0 somewhat enterprise-ready, though still arguably less mature than PowerBuilder in certain areas. PowerBuilder. PowerBuilder did not, at least then, bundle source control or similar, but its ID and project structure were geared towards team development in client/server environments. Many teams used external version systems. Its architectural advantages, separation of data UI and business logic, and native performance made it a natural fit for enterprise projects. 8 Ecosystem, extensibility, and third-party support. Visual Basic 4.0. VB had broad third-party support, including a rich marketplace of controls, VBX, then OCX/ActiveX, reporting tools like Crystal Reports, and AddINS. The ability to create reusable OLE/com components extended its ecosystem further. techshelps.github.io/pro today. PowerBuilder. PowerBuilder's ecosystem revolved on its data window and deployment flexibility. While not as vast as VB's third-party control market, PowerBuilder excelled in inter-DBMS compatibility and integration with Sybase database tools. Its applications could generate HTML, Excel, and reporting formats easily, giving it versatility. Microsoftwareresearch.neocities.org. 9 Summary Assessment, Strengths and Shortcomings, 1995 Context. Microsoft Visual Basic 4.0. Strengths. Extremely rapid UI and form development, approachable for VB experienced developers. Wide third-party ecosystem of controls and reporting tools. Introduced full OLE/com support, class modules, RDO and remote capabilities. Enterprise Edition added version control and profiling tools. Shortcomings. Performance limited by P-code execution. Client/server database performance and flexibility lagged behind dedicated tools. Team development facilities still less mature compared to some contemporaries. Sybase PowerBuilder, mid-1995 under Sybase. Strengths. Data window, revolutionary multi-DBMS, UI plus data component simplifying CRUD, reporting, export. Native code performance, via Whatcom C++. Strong client/server support and deployment flexibility. Powerful IDE with advanced layout, property editing, multi-select. Shortcomings. Less suitable for simple desktop-only, non-database apps. Smaller ecosystem compared to VB's huge third-party market. Licensing cost relatively high, steeper learning curve for non-database developers. 10 Conclusion. In 1995, Microsoft's Visual Basic 4.0 and Sybase PowerBuilder catered to different developer needs, though both embodied rapid application development. VB 4.0 offered speed and ease of UI-driven development, broad third-party support, and improved enterprise tooling. It was ideal for developers building Windows applications with moderate database needs and who valued ease of use and component-based design. PowerBuilder, meanwhile, was the go-to for data-centric, client-server enterprise applications. Its data window allowed unprecedented flexibility, multi-DBMS support, and excellent runtime performance, making it better suited for complex business systems with heavy database interaction. Thus, the choice in 1995 hinged on project type. For lightweight desktop apps, forms-based tools, and broad component support, VB 4.0 was preferable. For data-driven, client-server applications demanding performance, multi-tier architecture, and enterprise-grade data handling, PowerBuilder was generally superior. Both tools were seminal in the RAD evolution. VB brought Visual Basic into widespread business use, while PowerBuilder raised expectations for database-centric application design.